Hey, go up under there. Come on in, everybody. I'm telling you, I'm just this. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going here with everything. Alrighty, and I'm going live from. Um, well, I don't know. Okay, I think that'll work. Hey, who's on here? Hey, come on in, come on in. Okay, y'all can tell I'm a newbie at this thing, and I'm not trying to act like I know what I'm doing, because I don't, okay? It's your girl, Tabitha Hall Pennon, and I got the microphone over here, and it's doing something, I don't know. How's everybody doing? Come on, it's not quite, is it something like, yes, actually, it's a little after. Hey, it's Tabitha Hall Pennon, happy birthday to me. If you don't know by now, say it's my birthday. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get started. This is my first episode of my podcast, Talking with Tabitha. So I'm super excited. This is basically an introduction, kind of letting you guys know a little bit about myself, a little bit about some episodes that I definitely want to have. Upcoming episodes. Hey cousin. So I'm figuring all this stuff out, trying to get it all together and learn and be ready to get better and better and better. So one day we'll all laugh about this, be like, girl, I remember the first time you did your first podcast on your birthday, right? So thank you, cousin. So but I'm Tabitha Hall Pennon. And I know the Cowboys play tonight, and I know y'all just really ready to watch the Cowboy game. But if you are watching, I am live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go and subscribe. If you're hitting it now, I'm trying to figure out which I'm looking up here and looking up there. So is anybody, thank you. Is anybody on YouTube at all? Terry, can you check and see if you could get on there? So I'm trying to figure out. Thank you. Somebody complimented my headpiece, my crown. Thank you. I love it. I'll definitely talk about the young lady that that made it for me here in a little bit. All right, y'all, come on. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Talking with Tabitha. And I want to apologize right off the bat because today has been it's been a day. I mean, I've been in a place. I've been in a place today. So one of the things that I was going to initially talk about on my podcast is why I want to do the podcast. I want to do the podcast because I want to offer a safe space for people to come, listen, and even have some resources after they come and listen or talk or be interviewed by me, which I would love to have just ordinary, original, regular individuals who's doing life and just living life on life terms. So that's the goal. That's the goal. I had my little notes. I had all my little stuff together. But anyway, what I'll do is basically I'm getting my information from my book. So a couple of things I would love for you to do, and that's first to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Talking with Tabitha. Then the next one is to get a copy of my book. This will tell you a lot about me as well. This is a copy of my book, Good Morning Little Pretty Girl. It's an adult coloring book. And then I also have the journal. So you can go on to my website, it's GML, Good Morning Little Pretty Girl Healing.com. So you could definitely go there and get a copy of that. So, okay, let's get started. I'm telling you, I am just so. Let's do this for a minute. I need to take a deep breath. I need to get grounded. So I'm going to take a deep breath. And if you need to, you take a deep breath too. But I am just scattered. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. So take a deep breath. It's all good. It's all good. A friend of mine was telling me, I told her, I said, well, I've been getting this stuff already, getting all hyped up and excited about my podcast. And then it seemed like today, everything that could go wrong went wrong, right? So I just got to stop and regroup. I have to stop and regroup. I cannot say that that I wasn't going to do it. At first I was like, oh, it's just too much going on, too much happening. So maybe maybe I'll postpone it. And then I was like, no, because this is meant to be. So we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. All right. So again, Tabitha Hall Pennon, and you are listening to Talking with Tabitha. So thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let's jump right in. I am Tabitha Hall Pennon. I'm from Ennis, Texas. I was born and raised in Ennis. Today is my 57th birthday. Super excited about that. Super excited. And I've been sick all week. Started last week. My doctor had given me this medication in some kind of way. The medication didn't agree with me, but I think I still ended up getting like a stomach virus after the medication. So I've been dragging, and I don't like when I drag, because when my energy is not right, I don't like to put that off on anybody else. But I also know that this podcast is going to be different. And I know a lot of people are doing the podcast. I know a lot of people got doing different things, but Talking with Tabitha is going to be a little different. Just a safe space. You're welcome to join in, comments. And again, like I told you, I'm trying to figure, I got the Facebook and my YouTube channel going. So you can either go to the YouTube channel, and if you're on the YouTube channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe. So, but what we will be doing is, my podcast is about healing and self-care. So I want to be able to offer a place where people can listen, grow, and get resources. So that's what the podcast is going to be all about. So if anybody have any questions, please put them in the comments, or put them in the chat, and I will definitely try to answer those. Or if you, like I said, if you have any concerns about what to expect for the podcast, if you would be interested in being on the podcast, all that good stuff. So just, if you have any questions. So I was born in Ennis, Texas, born and raised in Ennis. I went to school, went to college, went to Tyler Junior College for a couple of years, and college just wasn't for me then. Just wasn't for me. Should have been, but it wasn't. So those are some of the things that I will be talking about. Things that we kind of sit back and go, hey, I could have done some things a little different. Things different. And Talking with Tabitha is going to be so transparent. I plan on just pretty much just pretty much being able to discuss things that people just don't want to talk about. So those are some of the things that we will be jumping into. So the podcast, my plans for the podcast is to have an episode every week. Every week. So after this one, which is basically just a kind of, hey, I'm Tabitha, this is what we plan on doing, these are some things that we have going on. Then on Friday, this coming Friday, which is the 22nd, I will have my first guest, and I am super excited about that. Now I'm excited about the whole podcast thing in general, but I'm really excited to start having some people on talking about different issues. So one of the things that I will be talking about next week is I will be meeting, well, Friday, not next week, Friday. I will be meeting with a young lady that has a very, very intriguing story. Something happened with her some years ago that she's still fighting and still trying to figure out what's going on. So she will be with me next week sharing her journey of being on a train, being on an Amtrak train and going into labor. Yeah. Going into labor on the train, going to a hospital, and pretty much did not come home with her baby. Yeah. Yeah. So Lynn B is what we would call her, is super excited to tell her story. And she's still pursuing some type of action in behind the story. So I'm excited to have her on the show for next week. So that'll be Friday at 7:00. That will be at 7:00. And I'm sorry, no, we will air it at 7. I mean, we will interview and then I'll air it. So I think this one will be the first one where we'll actually have it edited and put on to the different platforms. So I'll be ready by next week. Y'all think I'll be ready by Friday? So that's what we're going to be doing. But Talking with Tabitha is just basically a podcast for healing and self-care. We will be addressing issues from abandonment, anger, abortion, yoga, and Christianity. Can you be a Christian and do yoga? Topics like that. We will have people come in. We will talk about grief. Next month, we will dedicate a whole month to grieving. We will have some grief therapists and grief coaches that will be on, that will be talking with us and have resources for anybody that may be interested in that. So just different things, just a place to come hang out, just to do something to hang out. I'm definitely open to people coming on to the podcast. I would love to have, if you have a story, you want to tell your story, you want to talk about your story, please let me know. But I definitely want to invite you guys for next week to come in and meet Lynn B. And she will be telling her story of the train ride. Well, actually, the title of the story is A Long Way from Home. And I am telling you, you guys, you don't want to miss this. We're talking about a train ride from Philadelphia to Dallas, and this young lady goes into labor and actually have a baby, but no one can tell her where the baby is. So I can't even I can't even explain it. I mean, you really have to hear her tell this story. So we'll have things like that. So that's just kind of what we're doing. I'm just, like I said, I want to make this a safe space. If you're interested in coming on, wanting to do an interview, we can definitely do that. But I am hopefully next week I will kind of be a little bit better because I'm lagging today. And that's what this podcast is going to be about, because I'm not coming on here telling you, oh, I'm good. I'm not in a good space today. I'm not in a good space today. Really, I'm not. But that's life, right? That's life. So if I'm going to have a podcast, if I'm going to come before people, I got to keep it real. I have got to keep it real. I've got to be able to say, you know what? I'm not in a good space today, but that's what we do. We have to sit down. We have to talk about that. How do I get past it? How do I get out of this? If you ever listen to any of my other lives, I always say, start the day over. And that's basically what we have to do sometimes. Just kind of start the day over. And talking with Tabitha will give you that opportunity to come in, get a little information, get some resources. If you have a business, if you have something that you want to promote, or let me know. We're definitely looking for sponsors. If you want to shout out your church or whatever, just let me know. So that's what we have going on. And then we will be, thank you, Sandy. I needed to hear that. We will be taking, different requests and different interviews. But again, like I mentioned earlier, my energy is not in a really good space. But what do I do when I'm like that? I do like I did earlier. I take me a couple of deep breaths. I go to my heart center. I do some self-talk. And I say to myself, Tabitha, Now, you got this. Like my friend Sandy just said, you got this, you got this. But life happens, life happens. So we just have to keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. But anyway, I am super glad that you guys tuned in. Like I said, this is just pretty much an introduction. Friday, we will have our first guest a long way from home. She will tell her story. And then we have some more things that each week I will do an announcement of what will be for the following week. So on Friday, this Friday, on the 22nd, we will have Lynn B, and she will be talking about A Long Way from Home. So tune in, join us. And if you have any questions, if you think of anything, if you would like a certain topic to be talked about, shoot me a DM or say something and put it in the chat, and we can definitely look into that. Does anybody have any questions about talking with Tabitha? Anything? Make a note. Like I said, Friday we will do A Long Way from Home, and then the following Friday we will do a family affair. You all will get to meet my family, and we're just going to be talking about how bringing up our children. They're adults now. Their thinking is totally different from some of the things we have taught them. So we just want to sit down and talk about that. Just family stuff, just things that happen, things that take place in families all the time. Okay. So if you think of something and you want to chit chat about something, you'd like to see something on the podcast, please let me know. Let me know. And then we will glad to be with you. Thank you very much, Amy. I'm glad you tuned in. I am not on top of my game tonight. I want y'all to know that. I am not on top of my game. And I am definitely about energy. And when my energy not good, I'm like, I don't like to put this on nobody else. But I also made a commitment and said that this was what I was going to do. And so I'm definitely going to do that. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you so much. So yeah, and if you guys don't have anything else, that's pretty much my introduction, telling you who I am, what I'd like to do. And I hope you will be joining me on my podcast. Please subscribe. If you are on YouTube with me now, we are live from YouTube as well. So if you are on there now, please hit that subscribe button and let me know that you subscribe, and I would really appreciate it. And I will see you on Friday. I'm gonna keep saying next Friday. I'm telling y'all, whatever I had going on is really messing me up. So if nothing else, then you guys have an amazing evening. And I will see you all on Friday. Please join us on Friday to hear Lynn B story. And we will go from there. All righty. You all have a good one. All righty. All righty. So I think I'm still on. I think I'm still on. Isn't that cute? Okay. All righty. You all have a good evening.